Hey guys, Lucky Cap Gaming here. Welcome to my official Let's Play of Metroid for the NES that I'm playing on the Nintendo Switch Online. Emergency order. Defeat the Metroid of the planet Zebeth and destroy the Mother Brain, the mechanical life vein. Galaxy Federal Police. Yeah. So, Metroid. Man, it's weird. I was just in a Metroid mood one day, picked up Super, and then next thing you know, I just started playing Metroid. I was like, I just kind of want to cover this on the channel. For one, Dread, of course. Oh, M510, whatever that means. But yeah, I kind of wanted to cover this game, not really because of Dread. I was just in the mood, honestly. I was kind of feeling like I needed a break between Bakugan and whatnot, so I picked this one. It was honestly really quick putting together the research and whatnot. Got a map, got enemy names and whatnot. Let's get on with it, shall we? Game opens up. And here we have Samus. Not really dead center, but it's okay. So, right off the bat, we got some enemies here. We got Zoomers, or Gamers. Yeah, those guys are weird. They go by a couple different names in different media. Don't really understand why. Like, in the Prime games, really, that's gonna be, like, noticeable. Is sometimes it's Gamer. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. But yeah, back there we got our first upgrade. It's the... Let's see, is it the Maru Mari? I think that's what it's called. Yes. The Maru Mari. That's what they call the Morph Ball power-up. Honestly, looks like they just took the Japanese name, but put it in this version. It's whatever. Yeah, also, you might have noticed another enemy we were dealing with back there. That. Oh, what was that speed I put on it? Okay. Well, yeah. That enemy back there was a scree. So, screes, how they work, they're like bats. They'll come down from the ceiling, and if you don't kill them in time, they'll explode. Yeah, I don't remember bats doing that, but okay. So yeah, it helps to just, whenever a scree is coming down at you, just point up real quick and just start blasting away. You should be able to take care of them relatively easily. Yeah, the Zoomer's crawling on the ground. We don't really have a good way to take care of those. And now these guys, oh, they can be a little nasty. Those are the Rayos or the Rios, if you're going by the Japanese name. And what those guys do is, well, they're bulky. They will take a lot of hits, and they kind of travel along the ground, taking a page out of the Zoomer's book, meaning that, yeah, they're going to be hard to take out, just because you can't hit them if they're too low. Fortunately, they linger a lot in Samus's line of fire when they're coming down, if it's like the right descent. So, if they're doing that, then you should be fine. Another thing you're going to notice is color variations. We got the Zoomers that are yellow, and then we got the ones that are a red color. Those ones take twice as many hits. So, we're going to want to be wary of different colored enemies. One's varying more towards like the blues and reds. Those are going to be the stronger ones typically. And there's going to be some enemies down the line where it'll be difficult to tell. I'm thinking of one specifically, but we'll see him when we get there. So yeah, what we got here would be another new enemy. These guys like to linger in the long hallways. They are called Rippers. Yeah, for a docile enemy, they picked a pretty tense name. Yeah, the Rippers. What they do is they just float back and forth. The normal looking ones, well, the yellow ones, those ones, you can't destroy those. Those are immune to all damage, and we're gonna have to find a way to deal with those guys outside of, like, killing them. At the very least, we can avoid them, since it's just a tall hallway that we can just jump around them. And right now I'm trying to collect energy. The game starts you out with 30, but it's nice to try and get up to the maximum of 99 as soon as possible. Now, 99 won't be our max forever. We'll see to fixing that. But yeah, for now, take a look at this. We got another Ripper. This one's red, and we can actually hit it. So, the special thing about this Ripper is it has an insane amount of health. Like, it's ridiculous. I could keep standing here, and it's going to be a long time before we actually blow this guy up. I think he has something like 100 health if you're trying to kill him with normal shots. But missiles do better against him. Oh, well, we haven't seen missiles, but that's what we're going to be looking for. Because we can't do much without missiles, because all of the other power-ups, they're basically hidden behind missile doors. Which, missile doors, they're like these doors, but red. If you go up, you'll probably run into a couple missile doors if you try to go in the other rooms. So, what we're gonna do is head down, and through this door. 80 energy going in. Got some screes on the ceiling. Wipe them out. Blast away, blast away, blast away all. Oh, we got another new enemy here. These are going to be the Zebs. The Zebs of planet Zebes. They are just these things called airhole enemies. And what airhole enemies are is that they come out of these warp pipe looking structures, typically. There's some that might come out of, like, other locations. I'm not sure if that's just other games or if there are airhole enemies that come out of... Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure there's airhole enemies that come out of locations other than airholes. So, what we just got are our first missiles. You could go ahead and blast them off at the strong enemies if you need to, but personally, I'm going to be holding on to these missiles because we only have 5 right now. And for missile doors, it takes 5 to open a missile door. So that's problematic. Take out the scree. Hey, we got more missiles. Well, I'd prefer not to die, so I'm gonna be a bit more cautious. This energy helps. Oh god, the zoomers! Alright, heading through these doors, we head on back into the tower. So, let's see, my next objective, I'm going to make it... we're just going to do some backtracking real quick to the other hallway tower. Yes, this yellow area, this is referred to in some strategy guides as the rocky area. It's notable because it's yellow instead of this nice, calm blue color. I guess that's kind of like a visual cue for the player to say, yes, things are getting more difficult in this area, so if you're not accustomed to things yet, you might want to stick around in that blue area a bit longer. Just getting used to things, maybe stocking up on some more energy. So yeah, the music's changed now that we've entered this location. Oh, we got a red and blue one. Red and blue one. Nice, got him. 20 energy to the tank. Fill her up, please. Wait for it. Boom. And head on in, get our second power-up, the long beam. So you may have noticed that we kind of had a short range up until we got this power-up. Well, now, we can cross the entire screen with our lasers. That is much appreciated. Oh boy, the enemies have stacked. Okay. Sorry I stacked them. So yeah, what's nice is that now we can take care of the Rios from the ceiling before they even, like, get close to us. Now, we don't have too much of a jump, so be careful if you're gonna try and do that. Otherwise, you might not be able to get the pickups, but... yeah, as long as you're careful using the long beam, it's lovely. Like, just being able to use it just for the sake of convenience. Alright, I guess... well, I don't have missiles right now, so I can't really show off what I wanted to show off. Not that I really needed or wanted to show it off, I just thought, hey, it might be cool for you guys to know about. But, we could keep moving. So yeah, now I have to try and get 5 more missiles again. We have another hallway ahead of us, so that'll give us some time. And to pass the time, we have a new enemy to spend this time with. This would be none other than the Waiver. So yeah, this is a weird creature that just kind of, like, floats around like this. The game, it's weird because, like, the game, it has an explanation, actually, for why they, like, float around. These waivers, actually... alright, let me hop on over here. Heyo, more energy. And I got stuck in the acid. Oops. Alright, so yeah, the waivers, they are actually... oh boy. Got a waiver to take care of right now. So yeah, the waivers are filled with a helium gas. Yeah, well, the little green parts on them, those are the parts that are filled with helium gas. So they're just little pods that help them, like, float. Alright. Just keep jumping the gaps. Mind the gap. Alright. There we go. More energy, darn. I was really hoping we could get some missiles before we make it to the location I want to make it to. There we go. More energy. I don't even need this energy because there's something coming up that's... it'll solve that problem for me. And here it is right now. We got a... oh, that's weird. Usually there's a Rio that we have to deal with up there. I think it has to do with something with how many, like, bullets or lasers, I guess. How many lasers are on screen at a time. But yeah. Anyhow, we just got our first energy tank. That will put an extra square up top. Yes! Come no papa! Alright, let's see. Position myself right here, and blast away. More missiles, nice. One more. Hey, there we go. No, 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 no. Please, please. Ah, darn. Yes! Just what I needed. Excellent! Okay. More missiles. Splendid. Alright. Up we go. Just follow your nose. Alright, keep on climbing. And we got the door. Okay, going in this door. Alright. Almost beat him before he touched me. Okay. Oh, almost at full energy. You love to see it. You love to see it. Okay, jump up, and we're gonna need 5 missiles. So at the moment, missiles are just kind of a form of door keys. But don't worry, we'll be seeing to it that they are more than just door keys. So I think I have a pretty good idea of where I'll stop this first episode, assuming I make it there in a timely fashion. Alright, full energy, I just need more missiles. Oh yeah, the bombs. I could show these off. So yeah, the Rios, and also the Zoomers, we now have a way to counter their low positions to the ground. By using the bombs, you just take care of them like that. Splendid. Simply splendid. Now, we're presented with a bit of a dilemma. We can't really proceed upwards because we don't have the equipment to do so. In fact, it actually takes 2 pieces of equipment, I believe, to do so. If I check my notes here. Yes, it does. So, to solve this, or at least that's what I believe, it's completely possible that there might be something I missed that, like, didn't spawn in because I was, like, shooting too much. Alright, yeah, missiles. I'm actually gonna need missiles because, our next power-up's, coming pretty quickly. Yeah, this whole strip, this, like, one portion of the map, that's the rocky area in general, is a splendid place to get upgrades. Oh, there's the Rio. Or this Rayo, or whichever you prefer. I made a profit of 1 energy. Splendid. Yeah, I will say if you don't know where to go, it can be difficult, because it's like, you'd probably want to check out all of your options first, so you'd probably end up, like, it's very possible you could head out this way instead of heading down first, which if you do that, then you're not going to have enough missiles to actually even, like, open up the bombs location. So I'm hoping one of these guys are going to drop missiles, because we need about 1 more to open up the next door. So yeah, another thing about Metroid, it's so difficult because there's a lot of hidden passages you're probably not going to know about unless you're using a guide. So hey, you're in the right place if you need a hand. I'm planning on getting all the stuff. Alright, here we have another new enemy. It's a weird one. This one is called the Mellow. I drew it a lot bigger on my sheet because I mistook it for a Rayo, like that kind of enemy. Turns out, though, a Mellow, I'm 1 missile short, darn. Alright, can I just keep spawning in that Rayo? Yes, I can! Splendid. There we go. So, a Mellow is like this tiny, minuscule enemy that's just gonna be a little bothersome. If you get close to it, it'll swoop towards you. So, new power-up, though. This power-up is called the Ice Beam, and let's see. Well, you guys aren't good, like, test subjects for it. Unless, get down here. We can freeze him, and we can just walk on him. He will unfreeze after a while, so, yep, once he starts flashing like that, you can tell he's gonna start moving again. Yeah, this is also helpful because it allows you to stack bombs next to an enemy and just, like, obliterate them. It's basically like a time stop, kinda. You can just, like, stack stuff, and then, once they are... I mean, you don't even have to wait for them to unfreeze. Like, hitting them will make them unfreeze, but by doing that, oh man, you could just really trigger some stuff. It's really cool. Alright, getting out of here is always a bother. You gotta time it so that when the block forms, that's when you're jumping through. So let me try. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 seconds, dang. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm short. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes! Got it. Hey, 77 energy. Talk about lucky. So yeah, it sucks you have to take a little bit of damage to do that. I mean, to be fair, if you want to avoid that tiny bit of damage, there's some techniques to get around that. For one, if you have a certain power-up you get later in the game, you could use that. So let's see, I'm gonna need... Yeah, I think based on this map I drew out here... Oh, and I will say, there is a pit right here. Don't go down there. There is nothing down there, and it's even worse getting out of that one compared to the one to the right of where the ice beam actually is. So, yeah, don't. Alright. Oh, the red and blue one. If I could get that one. Just stack some bombs. Nope. Sheesh. Sloppy. Alright, bombed him open. So yeah, while I'm running and jumping here, I might as well mention something interesting. In doing research for Metroid, I found out about a bizarre product campaign. It's called the Metroid... Well, this was for a couple series, actually. But they made these things called Choco Erasers. Which were basically, like, erasers. And not just of, like, Samus and maybe, like, a Metroid. No, they made erasers of, like, Zoomers, Screes. They made them all, basically. I'm sure there's definitely a few that, like, don't have erasers of them, but there's a lot. I could say that much. So as we saw, you can destroy the red rippers with the missiles. So yeah, try saying that 5 times fast. Red Ripper, Red Ripper, Red Ripper, Red Ripper, Red Ripper. Oh, that actually wasn't too bad. Oh, jeez. And I'm falling right down the tower. So let's see. Head on up here. Yeah, it's definitely... It gets a little tedious climbing these towers. But fortunately, I think once we collect everything that's past this chamber, we should be in the clear to actually not have to climb these towers for quite some time. I think we're only gonna have to really climb the tower, like, one more time. What? Okay. Alright, freeze him. So yeah, being able to freeze the Rippers, that's half of the puzzle to getting up that tower. The other, like the one on the far right, the other part of getting up that tower is going to be a power-up that's not in this region. We'll see it eventually, but not in this episode. Alright. Ah, darn. Okay, get down and heading through the pipe. Watch out for enemy zoomers that could be showing up. Also be careful you don't blow up the path. It's tempting to just get rid of the enemy, like, right then and there, but you might want to wait so that way you don't end up having to wait a couple seconds. Sun Tzu said that. I think he knows a little bit about war than you do, pal. Okay. So, we got another puzzle here. Basically, what we gotta do is that we got that guy up there. So, once he thaws out, we'll go up into that chamber above us. And we have to time it just right. And we also don't want to kill him either. Well, we got him. Bad news is that was too high up. So now we gotta wait a little bit. Now, I am using the Nintendo Switch version, so I could just rewind to before I froze him. But, where's the fun in that? Ah, yes, got it. So, you blast him, get through this door. Now, that door is something that you usually would need to use a power-up for that would allow you to actually jump up here without using the ice beam. But, I mean, come on. That's, like, one of the few actual, like, tricks you can do in this game. Is, like... Well, to me, at least. I know there's a lot of stuff outside of that. I've heard of, like, glitching you could do with, like, bombs and whatnot. I mean, come on. I think everyone knows what I'm talking about with bomb glitches in, like, height gaining. But, come on. Like, that's basically become a feature in Metroid games at this point. Metroid Prime did it in one of the puzzles, so, come on. Alright, got some more energy. These 5 missiles are starting to get a little annoying. Alright, and prepare the bombs. More bombs. And man, just stacking bombs as well, that's pretty fun. And now, we've become the axolotl color. Yes, we now have the Varia suit, or Varia suit. I mean, in Japanese, I'm pretty sure they would pronounce it Varia, rather than Varia. But, come on, go your own way. You could go it unknown. Hey, I guess that's a good song for this game. You could call it Unknown. Go your own way. Yeah, for like an adventure game like this, totally. This is part of the Adventure series, after all. Yeah, Nintendo had this weird, like, series system. I can't name any off the top of my head, but it's like, basically, games of a genre they might put under a specific category. I think, actually, Metroid might be part of 2. I think it's part of the Passcode series and the the Adventure series. The Passcode series, I'm guessing that also includes Kid Icarus, because that has passcodes as well. Alright, and with the various suit, looking a bit more like an axolotl. Also, I don't know why, but when Samus is in Morph Ball mode, I kind of think of like a, I don't know, like, it's a catfish or something. It's one from, a koi fish. That might be it. 30 minutes in? Oh yeah, we're totally finishing it up once I get to where I want to go. Alright, so we got 2 power-ups in this hallway. The first one, hey, there it is! Must consume convenience. Yes. We now have 10 missiles. So yeah, shoot up here, and then jump up through here. I don't know what you could do. There's a couple ways you could go about this. One way would probably just be... Yeah, I screwed that way up. But another way, I mean, it's close to the ground, you just roll through here. Theoretically, you could use Ice Beam to get through there. So, if you get the Ice Beam without getting the bombs, then... this... I mean, yeah, this is technically for the taking. Which, it may seem strange considering that we had to go that specific route to actually get the Ice Beam. Like, blowing up that one area in the ground. You know what, screw it. I can afford it now. There we go. Oh my god. He's getting slaughtered. Look at that, the very suit. If I got slaughtered while I was wearing the normal suit, I probably would be at, like, very low health right now. But, because I was using the Various suit, or Varia, as I specified earlier, that means that now, we took, like, minimal damage from that encounter, so much appreciated, much appreciated. So now, we fall down this chamber, past the bomb room, and right here, this takes us back to the other routes once we walk through that hallway. So, let's see. Can I just upgrade a suspend point at this slot? Alright. So, with that, I'm going to call it for this episode. Next time on Metroid, we've collected, as a matter of fact, we've actually collected pretty much all the power-ups in Brinstar. This is the Brinstar region, by the way. So, there's one more. We could actually go get that. We could actually go get that. So, trying to make a route here. So, we have 2 options. We either go down the elevator that's past where we got our first missile upgrade, or we could go back to the starting area where there were, like, those breakable blocks. We could now go through those now that we have the bombs. So I guess you can't really get the bombs in a Metroid playthrough, huh? Yeah. We could do that, or that. It's tempting. It's tempting. I mean, it would be nice to head back and do that thing with the Ice Beam, so that we could say Brinstar is 100% complete. But on the other hand, the other elevator's closer, so... Yeah, here's the thing. If we go through that region, then what's going to happen is that we've collected... yeah, that'll be a lot. Because this other region that we could go to through the elevator past the first missile upgrade, that is going to have a crazy amount of upgrades past there. That's basically where the final, like, actual Samus upgrades are going to be, rather than just, oh, here's a couple missiles or energy tanks. So yeah, you know what? Let's do it. Let's do it. This is considered the second area of the game, or, like, not the second area, but it's considered the second boss area. We haven't done the first boss area yet, but honestly, I think we could do it. Since we went around, grabbed the various suit and everything, I think it's doable. Alright, next time on Metroid, we'll be heading past the first missile upgrade to a new region. See you guys then.